All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for taking your time to join today's session. Today, we'll be concentrating on project management. But before I tell you more about that, I'd like to introduce myself and also the company so that you can know what we do and what we stand for. So my name is Akin Oladeji, and I happen to be the founder of Learn with Pride. And at Learn with Pride, what we do is we help people that wants to transition from either non-IT background or non-technical background into the IT space. So we run different IT courses ranging from project management to Scrum Master, product owner, software automation, testing, DevOps engineer, data analysis, and business analysis. So we run 6 different courses on IT project management. But what makes us different? Favor, you are writing on the screen. Please, can you stop? Favor, please. Um, all right. So what makes us different is, we concentrate on the practical side of things. We concentrate on if you should get a job tomorrow, how are you going to survive as a project manager on that role? So we focus on, getting your hands dirty and on the practical side of things. That being said, when it comes to professional certification, we don't really preach much about professional certification, but that doesn't mean it's not important as well. Just that your experience, your practical knowledge and experience always come first before any certification. If you have the certification but you don't have the experience, you still not be employed. But if you have the experience and the practical knowledge without the certification, you can be rest assured that you still get a job. That is why we focus on the practical training and working on a live project. So that is what we stand for. So at Learn with Pride, we walk the walk with you. It's not only about every other training that you come to that at the end of the session or at the end of the program, they say bye-bye to you and you can't come back to them. We are not like that. We ensure we try every possible best, to support you, to mentor you, to guide you, to walk the walk with you. Because when it comes to transitioning, what you need, the greatest thing you need is the support. If you don't have that support system there, then it will come a time you're just tired. Probably you've been attending interviews with no luck, or you're stuck with something and there's no support, nobody to help you out. You just say, you know what, let me just go back to what I'm doing, and that we don't want that, because we believe at the end of the day, your success is also our success. If you're able to get a job, that is our joy as well. That is what we want, for you to be able to, at the end of the program, for you to be able to compete with people who has been doing it for 2 3 years in the market. Many people will question me or ask me, how possible is that? How can I embark on a 3 months journey and at the end of it I'm able to compete? Yes, it is possible. From the perspective of myself, I'm a testament to that. I transitioned as well. My background was accounting. I did similar course, 3 month course back then as well. But I transitioned into a technical IT. I'm into software automation engineering, whereby I write codes in programming language. Not only I can't hear. Can everyone hear me? If you can hear me, just to double check. If you can hear me, please drop one on the chat again. If you can hear me, drop one. All right. So the fault is not from me. For those that cannot hear me, please check your mic. For those that cannot hear me, please check your mic. Let me just drop it in the chat. Um, please check your mic for those that cannot hear me. Thanks. All right. So as I was saying, I'm a testament to that as well. My background was accounting. I was tired of what I was doing. I needed a change badly. And I embarked on a similar course or training back then. But as I said, what I transitioned into was a bit technical because it involves coding, in C# programming language like that. But because I was determined, despite the fact that I was coming from a non-technical background, I was determined by that, you know what, I'm going to make this work. I'm going to do this, come rain, come shine. So I devoted my time, my energy, my sweat into the process, despite the fact that there wasn't enough support when I did mine. But I was able to transition, and that is what made me believe that, you know what, with hard work, with determination, um, with a right mind, you can make it happen. And you don't need to have a prior knowledge to what you are transitioning into. What you need the most is it's your determination. That hunger for change has to keep burning. That is what is needed, and that is what we stand for. So you get the support, you get the mentorship, you get, we walk the walk with you, you get the practical training, you get to work on a life project as well. Also, this course, project management, you'll also be exposed to a Scrum Master role as well. So when you start applying for jobs, you are not restricting yourself to just project management roles. If you see a Scrum Master role as well, you can pick it up, because on the project with me, you also be acting as a Scrum Master. So that is a plus for you, and that is what you get on the training if you are to enroll on the training. So that being said, that is a bit about myself, and the company has been going strong for 4 years now. And thank God for those who commit their sweat, their energy into the process. They always testify to getting jobs and all of that. And I'm sure if you come on board as well, yours will not be your own case will not be different as well. For any questions, I will attend to all questions at the end of the session. So you can start to raise your hand if you want to ask any question, but I'll be calling you at the end of the session. So again, it doesn't matter your background, whether you read computer science, whether you read history, whether engineering, it doesn't matter. All that matters is, have you got a laptop? Have you got a good Wi-Fi? And are you ready for the journey? It's not like you start a journey when you are in the middle of that journey, you know what? This is not meant for me. Let me go back to what I was doing. You have to be determined right from day one before you start the journey to know that come rain, come shine, come any challenges that I might face, I'm going to make sure that this works for me as well. So quickly, I'll have a few slides to go through, then I'll call on the facilitator that will take you on the journey. If you are to enroll on the course with us, then after that, we'll take all questions that you might have. So quickly, let me just go through my slide and so that I don't waste too much of your time. Project management, I'll leave this to the subject matter expert to talk about. But why project manager? I'm going to be using UK as our benchmark because I live in the UK. In the UK, the average salary of a project manager, it's around 50, 55, 60,000. That's the average salary. And if you are considering a contract role, probably you'll be looking at 300, 400, 500, 600 pounds a day as a project manager. Just imagine you getting 500 pounds a day. In a month, that is like 10,000 pounds a month. Now imagine probably the project is only for 6 months. You get 10,000 times 6, that's 60,000. Some people don't end that in 2 years. That is the joy. And since after COVID as well, it has made it possible. There are loads of remote jobs out there. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in the UK or you have to be in the US before you get all these roles. You can be in Nigeria and get a remote job with a company in Australia. You can be in Ghana and get a remote job with a company in the UK. You might live in UK and get a remote job with a company in another part of the world, probably the United States. So it has made it so possible for employers to see that, You don't necessarily have to come into work before you can deliver. So that means you stand a great chance. There are lots of job out there as a scrum master, as a project manager. This is the best time to make that transition, if you may ask me. Also, in the UK, it's one of the shortage of skilled worker in the UK, meaning you can be in your local country, whether Ghana, Nigeria, Zimbabwe, whatever the country, and you apply for a job, and they like you, you pass all the process, they can apply for a sponsorship visa for you from your home country. That is another advantage. But you need to position yourself before you can get all these benefits. It's like a lottery. Someone wishing that, oh, had it been I played that lottery, I could have won the billions of pounds, but you never played. You can only wish. They say there's a saying that you have to be in it to win it. Same thing goes to all these courses as well. You cannot be wishing that, oh, next month I'm going to do it, or next year I'm going to do it. Oh, we need to find a way to invest in ourselves. You don't want a situation whereby probably a friend of yours that started the training the time you are meant to start as well, now got a job. Say, oh, I wish I started then. Probably me, I'll be in a situation of applying for jobs now, but you never started. you know so that is why it is very, very important for us to unlearn so that we can relearn, to invest in ourselves. And after this investment, then you too stand a chance to start competing with those in the industry. You too stand a chance for employers to see that, you know what, you've got the practical knowledge that we are looking for. We are going to give you this sponsorship because you've proven your worth to them that yes, you can do the job. But if you haven't gone through the practical training or the project, then you don't know what the role of a project manager entails. There's no way you can defend yourself. And that is why this training is very key for those that really wants the change, because you are going to it's like you getting two trainings for the price of one. As I said, you'll be exposed to the life of a scrum master as well, because you'll be working in an agile environment. So yes, those are the benefits. Again, you can work anywhere from any part of the world. That has become so possible since post-COVID. You don't have to be in the UK before you work in the UK. You don't have to be in the US before you work with a company in the US. People are looking to get on board, probably whether on a long-term basis or on a short-term basis, remote workers. But again, you need to position yourself, and the positioning comes from you acquiring the right skill, the right knowledge, then you can compete. It's in high demand, as you can see. Even if you don't want to believe my own words, you can just go on internet. Just type, choose any country of your choice. Just type project managers jobs in the UK, project manager jobs in Australia, and see the number of jobs that it's going to bring out for you. You'll be shocked. So if you are to come on board, what is the journey going to be like? So let's go through that quickly. So the training, the training is the program is for 3 months, but the training is going to run for 6 weeks. Then after that, you'll be put on a project for another 2 months. But going back to the training will be twice a week for 6 weeks or 7 weeks, because as I said, the bid for the Scrum will be covered as well, so that it increases your chance when you start applying for jobs as well. You'll be taught in demand skills of a project manager when it comes to the tooling as well. So you'll be using tools, because that is very key for me as well. For you to be exposed to industry standard tools. So you'll be using tools like Microsoft Project, Jira, Confluence, Poker, IdeaBoard, Poker IT, just to name a few, so that when you are putting your CVs together, you are not lying on your CV. You've actually used those tools, and you can defend them, and you can tell the recruiters what you use each and every of those tools, what you use them for. All right. Then after the training comes the project. You'll be put on a project for another 2 months, whereby you're going to act as a project manager and you alternate as well as a scrum master. You'll be working with a full scrum team, and this is not a capstone project. You are not going to be working on a capstone project. This is not made believe kind of project. This is a real project that you'll be working on, and you'll be working with the likes of the developer, yourself, project manager, also yourself, scrum master, business analyst, product owner, testers. You'll be working with a full scrum team. That is the joy of it, just to expose you to a real life situation. Again, when you start applying for jobs, you don't need to lie, because you've worked as part of a team, you've worked to deliver a solution, and you can confidently defend your role as a project manager or as a scrum master. Then, now that you've gone through the training and the practical and the work, the project has been done as well, you can act as a project manager now. But we cannot overemphasize this bit, optimization of your brand. Despite the fact that you've acquired the knowledge, if you are not visible in the market, nobody will see you. No recruiters will call you. You'll be wondering what is happening to me. Now I can do the job, but I'm not getting calls. I'm not getting the interviews. It's because you are not visible in the market. Nobody can see you. That is why it is very important to work to revamp your CV. It is important for you to revamp your CV to the international standard, and also optimize your LinkedIn. Your CV, before the employer sees you, your CV will speak for you first. That is why your CV needs to be top notch. Also, LinkedIn has become a popular professional marketplace where recruiters now go to head on for people, for professionals. So that means you have to be there as well. Also, aside that, on all job websites as well, you need to upload your CVs. Not only uploading your CVs, you need to make them searchable, because there are some jobs that are not posted, that the recruiters are just going on those websites to see CVs, and they will reach out to you afterwards. So you need to be in all these, you have to be visible in all these websites. So this is very, very important. When it comes to CV, at Learn with Pride, we don't do CVs. Again, quickly, let me go through what, if you enroll, what the package entails if you enroll. So the package entails the practical training, you working on a live project, the mentorship, you get the support, interview preparation. Also, all our courses are CPD registered. Sorry, I said CPD. They are CPD accredited, meaning they meet the professional standard, and it is recognized in over 60 countries. That means you can put it on your LinkedIn, you can put it on your CV. Let me actually go there. Let me put it for those that want to make more research about. One second, let me stop. I want to paste. 1 second. Let me stop sharing for 1 bit. So for those that want to make a research or read more about the company, I just want to show you. Let me share my screen. So this is the company, CPD. I'm going to paste it in the chat for those that want to read more about it. Is in the chat, and you can see this is us under their IT sector, Learn with Pride Limited. So this is the body, and you are going to get their certificate at the end of the program as well, and the certificate is recognizable in over 60 countries: UK, Australia, Canada, US, Nigeria, Ghana, in over 60 countries. If you If you browse through their site, you can read more and see the benefit that is attached to this as well. And aside this, you are going to get a work reference from us for the duration that you are with us, because you're actually working for us. So you get a work reference, a UK work reference for the duration that you are going to be with us. So that is that. After the optimization has been done, then comes you applying for jobs, or recruiters reaching out to you, scheduling you for interviews and all of that. And we don't leave you alone, because as I said earlier on, your success is also our success. So we want you to ace the interview. So we do the interview preparation with you so that you can go in with confidence and ace that interview. So when it comes to interview preparation, you can be rest assured that yes, just go and get that interview. We're going to, support you with the interview preparation. So that is that. The few slides is just to show you how much you stand to earn as a project manager. The first one is a contract role paying between 650 and 750k, 750 pounds per day. Again, let's just say 600 pounds. That's 12,000 pounds per month. That is a lot of money, you know. The other one on the right hand side is paying 680 pounds per day. We can round that up to 700 pounds per day. That is like 14,000 per month. That is a big money. And don't think you cannot get it. Don't ever think like that. My very first role when I transitioned was a senior role, you know. And many people as well will argue with me, because before you can even do automation, software automation, you have to do manual first, which is a lie from the pit of hell, you know. So don't listen to people. Don't think you cannot do it. Don't think you don't deserve that kind of a money. Don't ever think like that. With you acquiring the right knowledge and skills, you'll be shocked the kind of offers or the kind of doors that will begin to open for you. So don't limit yourself when it comes to these things, please. This one is a permanent role, and it's paying between 85,000 and 90,000 per annum. That is a lot of money as well. Even the one on the right hand side, which is paying between 65 and 72k, that is still a lot of money. The average salary in the UK for most jobs is between 25 and 37,000. That is the average salary, for most people, between 25 and 37,000. So if you are getting this, that means, you are doing something right. Anyway, all right. So tools you learn, as I said, Jira, MS Project, Idea Board, Planet, Poker. But the most important tool on this journey will be MS Project. That is very important. It's like, when we are back home, that they said when you learn how to drive with Volkswagen, there's no other car you won't be able to drive. Well, same thing with this one. Is the father of them all when it comes to project management. You need to know how to use it. The unfortunate part of it is there's no free version out there. There's no free version of Microsoft Project out there. So you cannot even test it. You cannot test run it for 30 days. No. So if you want to buy it, you can see this is from their website, www.microsoft.com. It's going for £679 if you are to purchase it. And we need it. You cannot go to the farm without your cutlass and hoe. We need it on the journey. Not having it is like we are not learning anything. So if you are enrolling, this course is actually starting on May the 22nd. I think that's probably like 2 weeks time, thereabout. Monday, the 22nd of May, that is when this is the actual 3-month program will be starting. So for anyone enrolling between now and the 13th of May, I'm going to be giving this out for free. anyone enrolling on this journey between now and the 13th of May, I'm going to be giving you Microsoft Project for free. And when I say for free, it won't only be used for the project or for the training. It is yours forever, only if you change that laptop, So that is if you are enrolling between now and the 13th of May. Also, okay, the cost for the 3 months program is £600. But aside the Microsoft project I'm going to give for free, anyone enrolling again between now and the 13th of May, I'm going to be giving a discount of 40%. That is two things. That is two bargains that you cannot get anywhere. I can beat my chest on that. You cannot get that offer anywhere else. Anyone else enrolling between now and the 13th, you get Microsoft Project for free. That costs around £679. And also you get 40% discount on the actual cost. Also, it is not everything that is due at once. It is only half payment that is due to start, and the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks. Just before you start on the live project, everything has to be paid off. So that is my offer from me to you this evening. If you are interested, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp number, on those numbers on your screen. You can reach out to me on your screen. You can take a screenshot, whether you have any question at the end of the session or you have something you just remember. Just take a screenshot of that number, or just save that number, and you can reach out to me on that number, and I'll respond to any of the queries or questions that you may have. For now, I'm going to be stopping for now, and I'm going to be calling on Michael, who is going to be taking you on the journey for the next 3 months if you are to enroll on the journey, to tell you more about the life of a project manager, and what you stand to benefit and what the course will entail. So for now, I'll stop sharing, and Michael, you can take it from here. Thanks.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's session where we're talking about project management. And thank you, Akin. Thank you, everybody, for being here. So I'm going to share my screen to just give you a brief insight into what we're going to get in the course of taking this journey with us. I'm your tutor for the period.
Please, can you answer the question? I just dropped the question asking how much it is in the Canadian dollar, please.
I'll respond to your message. I just want to respond to everyone after the session, but I'll respond to your message on the chat now.
Okay. All right. So this course is about project management and preparing you for the journey and project manager. I can't done justice to talking about what and what is all about. Right, is a fast transition to tech and income.
Hello, Michael.
And
hello, Michael. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, the network is we are losing you. We can't hear you properly.
You are breaking.
Okay, so can you hear me now?
You can continue.
Yeah, you can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah, I think it's better.
Okay, great. So Learn with Pride has the mission to open up new opportunities to learners like yourself by providing you role-based training using practical methods okay, while continuously supporting and motivating you, the learner. All right, because we're not just, as Akin has said, out to just load you with information. We're out to also hold your hand, walk you through so that you gain the confidence to be able to stand tall as a project manager. So this is me. My name is Michael Onyedikachi. I'm a project and product management professional with a collective of over 20 years experience in various sectors. My core strength is in software development lifecycle, where I get to teach you how to create your softwares. All right. So this course is basically about IT project management. Okay. So even though the information that will be obtained in the course of the training, you can apply to any industry because the process is the same. All right. But this course is strictly for IT project management. All right. So this course is for you if you want to learn the skill of being or becoming a digital or IT project manager. Now, the reason why I have digital or IT project manager is the words are interchangeable. And so when you get to the point where you have to apply for jobs and you see digital project manager, you shouldn't shy away from applying for those jobs once you see that your skills fit in. Or if you see a role titled IT project manager, you still can apply for that role. And so this course is also for you if you may be an experienced worker or who wants to sharpen your project management skills. All right, that's why I said the knowledge you gain here can apply to you, even if you're from the construction industry, you're from the oil and gas industry, you're even from the entertainment industry or from the education industry. The lessons we will learn in this course can be applicable to that industry. And then you may be new to project management and then you want to build a career in project management. So this course is also good for you, or you want to switch careers. You want to transition into the IT space. This course is built for you. And so the duration of this course is broken down into two major parts, the theory aspect and then the practical aspect. Three major parts, the theory, practical, and then the live project. All right, so the theory and practical, theory holds every Monday, practical holds every Friday, and then the live project begins after you have completed the theory and practical class. So in the course of this journey, you're gonna work on a case study. All right, so this case study gives you this case study is basically like a capstone project you're going to work on, but the live project is not a capstone project. That is a live project that belongs to a client. So there will be a difference, but the deliverables will be the same. All right. So after your practical class, after the 5 weeks, you're going to do your course deliverable presentation, which is to help me as your tutor understand or have the knowledge that you understand what you have been taught all through the period. So you're going to do a presentation of what you have been taught using the deliverables in relation to the case study. All right. So the structure of the course is such that the live project is that after the 1 week of completing the class deliverables, learners will work on client's project with a cross-functional team. All right, so there will be a cross-functional team made up of developers, software testers, business analysts, scrum master, and all of that. So after the 5 weeks, you will do your presentation, and after that presentation, you will be put on the live project. And this is to enable you gain practical work experience. Just like Akin said, after this course, after this period of 12 weeks, you will be a well-rounded project manager that even though it looks as if you don't have many years of work experience, you can compete with those that have 2 years, 3 years work experience. All right. So other benefits, we talk about revamping your resume. optimizing your LinkedIn, training support, like mentorship, coaching, interview preparation, and then there'll be the WhatsApp platform that you're on is still going to be your alumni platform, where you can get job notifications, and you can get further learning materials. So the focus, which is the learning outcome, is that we're going to apply certain methodologies to help us ensure that you learn efficiently. The purpose is to properly engage you so that it's not just information we're loading you with, but we are preparing you with what is relevant with the industry. So the learning will take a deliverable-based method. There will be a case study, and then there'll be role play. Now, that role play is where you play the role of a project manager or scrum master in the live project. So like I said, the case study there'll be one case study in the course of the training. All right. And then there will be deliverables. After each class, there will be deliverables like assignments that you have to work on. All right. So this is the curriculum. We're going to begin with introduction to project management. We'll talk about project initiation activities and a whole lot more. Okay, this is just a little bit of what we're going to learn, but it's a well-packed training that is well-rounded. Then on the Friday, we'll work on the deliverables, which we learned in the course of the theory class. So we'll talk about project charter, stakeholder register, and RACI. We are going to create that because you'll be getting the templates and the materials for each class. And these templates will help you prepare your, assignments, your dribbles. Okay. So we'll talk about project planning activities. The Friday we'll work with Microsoft Project, and like Akin has said, you're going to get it free. Now, this tool is the most popular tool used in the project management space in terms of project planning, project scheduling, even though there are other tools like Jira, ClickUp and all of that, but we're focusing on Microsoft Project for project planning. Then we'll talk about your RAID-log communication plan. Then we'll talk about project execution activities. We'll look at your deliverables for that phase of the project. And then we'll talk about project closing or project closure activities also. We'll also look at project management methodologies, the Agile methodology, the Waterfall methodology, the Scrum methodology. So we're going to look at a whole lot of things. And then we'll take a class strictly to teach you on using the tool called Jira. With Jira, you are able to plan with your team, collaborate with your team. So with Jira, you have an idea of what is expected of the team. As a project manager, everybody on the team gets to see what they are to do. All right, so we also look at working in a cross-functional team, having a better understanding of what the cross-functional team is, and then we'll look at Scrum methodologies, and we still talk more on Jira. Then you will now do our class deliverable presentation. So the purpose of this presentation is to help you build confidence as a project manager, such that when you are on a project, you are able to speak professionally, you are able to communicate efficiently, and you're able to, develop that skill to be very convincing as a project manager. So it's essential for you as a student to put your skin in the game, such that it's not just enough to be in the class. You must do these deliverables. You must do these assignments, because it will help you better understand what it is to be a project manager. And then these are a few benefits you get in the course of taking this journey with us. You learn the software development lifecycle. You gain team experience via collaborations. You learn about the project management methodologies. You work on a live project. You have access to a cross-functional project team. You get a course completion certificate. Your project deliverables will be reviewed by the instructor. You learn key roles and responsibilities of the project manager. You learn how to plan, schedule, and budget for your project. You gain access to project management templates and materials. You learn the different phases of the project lifecycle. You learn the different knowledge areas of project management, and then the different project management processes, and then how to execute a project in an agile environment using Jira or in a waterfall environment using your Gantt chart, okay? So these are just a few of the benefits you would gain. So the tools that we'll be introduced to, we have Jira, Gantt charts, Confluence, Microsoft Project or Project Libre. For our class collaborations, we'll have Google Meet or Zoom, and then we'll have Microsoft Teams. Now, the Microsoft Teams is where you have access to all the class materials. So once you enroll with us, you'll be on the Microsoft Teams. You have access to all the class materials and templates, which you can always make reference to at any point in time. So this gives us an idea of what a project manager can earn. And yes, you are starting off as a project manager, but you could grow from being a junior project manager to being a senior project manager. Okay, it's usually a journey. So this journey starts by taking the first step, which is taking this course. And in taking this course, you will be equipped to move through the ladder to get to the top. So this also shows us how much project managers earn. Okay, so like Akin has already said, you could either be a freelancer or you could be, working on a permanent role. So whatever role you're working on, you have the potential of earning big. So at the end of the course, you as the learner will be able to apply the project management principles, techniques, and processes to your operations so you can effectively run your projects successfully. And then the skills you would have acquired from the training will be retained and transferred through the implementation of the learning methodologies used to impact the learning outcomes. Okay, so whatever we teach you in the theory, you will utilize, and that will help you to retain that knowledge and that information. So your success is our goal, because our goal is to see that you succeed. So our ultimate goal is for you to be equipped with the requisite knowledge and skill to execute any simple or complex projects in whatever industry you may find yourself. And for you to be exceptional, you have to put your skin in the game. You have to put your money where your mouth is and see that you excel. You make the effort to excel. So what are you waiting for? Enroll with us now. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Michael, for that presentation. If anyone has got question, please, you can raise your hand and I'll be calling people. So please, if you have any questions, please signify by raising your hand and I'll be calling you. Or you can as well drop your questions in the chat. But why not? Let me hear your voice. Let's, we are here to learn together, right? We are here to rub minds together. So I'll actually prefer you, talking to me than dropping a message for me on the chat. So Daniel, you raise your hand. Let's start with you.
Good evening. My name is Daniel.
Good
I want to ask the amount. What's the payment in Naira?
The payment in Naira, I think I dropped it on the chat. So it's the payment.
I was going through the.
Yeah, that's fine. The actual cost in Naira is 540,000. That's before the discounts. So if you apply the discount, that will be that will be 324. to pay. And that 324 is only half payment that is required to start. And the other half can be paid within 4 to 5 weeks. Is that all right, Daniel?
You say I didn't get to the network obstructed it.
All right,
Say
can you hear,
it's half payment.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, so the actual cost in Naira is 540,000. If you are
Okay.
applying the 40% discount, that will leave you with 324,000. The 324,000 half payment, half of that is required to start, and the other half can
Okay.
be paid within 4 to 5 weeks after you start on the course.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome, Daniel. Isaac, you raise your hand. You can unmute Isaac.
Hello? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
I can hear
Okay.
you now.
Okay, I think the question I wanted to ask the last speaker just not the last specific speaker asked. I was trying to get the cost
Oh,
of the course, and that's just what I wanted to ask. The exact cost
all right.
of attending the course. I'm interested, but the money anyway. Let's see how it goes. The money is big, sharp.
Yeah. Also, this is what I would say.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
when it comes to, or I can guarantee you that when it comes to flexibility in payment, cheap training and getting high quality, I don't think there's anyone, because before we set our price as well, we must have done, price comparison and all of that. And I can tell you, I'm one of the cheapest out there that is offering you all these benefits, and also you are getting quality out of it. Remember, money spent on yourself is what you can boast of. Many of us, relatives, family will just come from nowhere. We need this amount of money, you give them, you invest in other people, but we fail to invest in ourselves. And because we fail to invest in ourselves, that impacts, our moving forward sometimes, but you can be rest assured when it comes to the support, what we promise is what we do. That is as simple as that.
All right.
And it's not as if at the end of the program we say bye-bye to you. You still belong to our alumni group. You can still reach out at any time. You can still act as a mentor if you want to, just to increase your knowledge in the subject matter. It all depends
Yes.
on you, what you want to, it's how you spread your wings and how you want to fly. But we are there. We're always there, to
All
make
right.
that
Thank
happen.
you so much.
You're welcome, Isaac.
Thank you.
Yeah. Babalola, you raise your hand.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Babalola.
Hello.
Yeah, so from what I've just been able to get so far, well, for us in Nigeria here, the price is a little on the high side. So if you can, consider something for those of us back home here. Then another question, the next question I want to speak on is, I see that there are other courses that you are also offering for training. So what I would like to know is which of them is actually is the highest in demand that you know about. And you mentioned, okay, that we can get jobs from here in Nigeria and work remotely. From your experience, which of those courses, has a higher rate of, employing for remote work than the other, because that has always been something I've been considering, that okay, which of these things has a higher demand in the international market? So I think that's my question for now. Thank you.
All right. Again, back to the price. Again, I'll tell you that you can do your price comparison and compare and contract. If any organization is out there that will offer you the Microsoft project for free, you can go online and check how much that goes for as well. That will give you 40% off, make payment flexible, and also renders everything, fulfill everything under the package that will be delivered to you. You can do that. Again, you can get 100,000 naira training out there. I'm not disputing that you cannot get cheaper. You can get 50,000 naira. You can get 80,000 naira. Well, I can tell you that what you are going to get, you can never compare it to ours. It is not because I own it. It is because, this training organization was born out of my own personal journey. If you start this session with me, I told you briefly about my own personal journey. I transitioned as well. And this whole Learn with Pride was actually born out of software automation engineering, because that was the very first course that I started with as in training wise. So I know what it takes to take someone from point A to point B. It is not all training organization that is set to do that. Many establish their organization to make money. Whether you get a job at the end of the day or they take you to the destination at the end of the day, it's none of their problem. That is why I'm still going to tell you, in Naira, it might be much, but here it is not much at all. That's what I'll say. But again, you can take down the number and chat me up and see. We can talk further on that. What's the other question? Your other question in regards to which one is in high demand? All our trainings are in high demand, from project management to business analysis to Scrum to data to software automation testing. They are all in high demand. But when it comes to transitioning, the question is not about if a particular career path is in high demand. The question is, which one fits my personality? What is my strength? And which one can I excel in all these courses? Which one will I be able to excel at? That should be the question. But when it comes to an high in demand, not only is project management high in demand, you can even get sponsorship visa out of it as well, because it's in shortage of skilled worker. So it all depends on you, which one you want to go for, based on your own personal strength. We are good at different things, but what are you good at? That is the question you should ask. All right, thanks. Hopefully I've been able to answer that question. Adedigba Taiwo Adebisi, please unmute and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Adebisi by name.
Good evening.
Yeah, I have two questions.
Yeah.
After completing the course with your company,
yes,
do you still proceed by getting job for your students?
Okay, one. What's the second question?
And the second one is, can you please, do you have an office in UK?
Yes.
And where is your office if you have?
Where is what?
The office in United Kingdom.
Is in 71 to 75 Shelton Street, Covent Garden.
Okay.
So
what about the other question?
You can as well check us up on .gov or company website as well. The other question is, sorry, what's the other question again?
Do you have after completing
Oh,
the
all
course?
right. So, because I want to enroll you on my course doesn't mean I have to lie to you to get your money. No, I don't do that. We don't. What we did, what we normally do is what Michael made mention of the other time. We post relevant jobs on the alumni group. You know, I cannot take for example 20 students and promise them I'll get them job just because I want to collect their money. That is daylight robbery. If anybody is promising you that, they just want to collect your money. You know, that is daylight robbery. But what we do is, by the time you follow everything I've said here today, you've acquired the knowledge, the skill, your CV is done, your LinkedIn is done. You don't need us. Companies will reach out to you. Agency will reach out to you. And that is where we want to, that is actually where we want you to be. We want you to know how to, we don't want to be giving you the fish. We want to teach you how to fish yourself. You know, banking on us will not help in any way. And I will not promise that I will get you a job. Any job that comes our way, yes, we do post. My staff do post on the platform, and you can apply for them. But individually, getting you job, no, we don't do that. Hope I've been able to answer that question, Adebisi.
Yeah, sorry, but another thing. Okay. Actually, student of project management in one of the institutions in UK. I get me. But is it possible? Can one learn only Scrum to be a Scrum Master? Is it possible for you to say, I want to learn Scrum, how to make some Scrum from you alone? Is it possible?
It's possible, but why don't you? Why don't you? When someone is offering you 2 for 1, you want to leave one and do one. You know, why don't you take the offer they are offering you? Get the experience on both. What you study in school is different from how it is done at workplace. You know, it is two different things.
But there are some real life situation in which you've actually undergone and it's getting exposed to some little practical aspect of it, of what you have been taught outside out in a practical way. Are you getting me? You now try to say you want to learn how to make it just Scrum. Are you getting me?
You can decide to focus if Scrum is what you just want to focus on solely. When you get on the project, you can say, you know what, I don't want to act as a project manager. I just want to act as Scrum Master. And that is fine. You can act as Scrum Master. But for the training, we still need to follow the agenda for the training. You know, but when you get on the project, the real project, the live project, then you can decide, you know what, I don't want to act as project manager. I just want to do Scrum. That's fine. It's your decision. We are just trying to make the necessary things available to you, expose you to different things so that you don't restrict yourself when you start applying for jobs. That's all. But if you think you already have enough experience project management wise, then it's fine. You can focus on Scrum. That's fine. Hope I've been able to answer that question, Adebisi.
So probably
You are breaking up now.
I said I'll have to chat to you about after the program.
That's fine. That's fine. Just copy the number down, then we'll talk better.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Thanks, Adebisi. Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma.
Oh.
Quick question. I joined a bit late and I missed the amount. What's the amount for the program? Number one.
Oh, it's okay. Let me go back to that. So it's £600, but you have you have 40% discount if you are enrolling between now and the 13th of May. And also you get the MS project that was £680. You get it for free as well.
For free. That's
Ye-
great.
Yep. You see?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Emma. All right. Thanks. If you still have more questions, please, you can raise your hand. Let me quickly check the chat and see whether there's any question on the chat. But if you have questions, I want to hear from you as well. Please raise your hand. My question is all about life project. That is what most trainers say. But at the end, it's just a capstone project. Morakinyo, I hope you are still on this call. Could you please explain more? This is the most important part of the training. Morakinyo, are you still on this call? Morakinyo, are you
Yes,
on this call?
yes, good. Yes, good evening.
So,
I'm still on this call. Yeah.
good evening. We are different. See, as I
Yes,
said, as I
I sorry to cut you short. Your training is, I could say, is one of the cheapest. I paid more than that before, and I paid about £700 before for a training, and at the end, I realized it was just a capstone project, and I couldn't even, my team we had a team where, we're like put in teams, and when we got to the last stage, and we couldn't even reach them again, so it's quite, I've gone through your website, I've gone through everything, but it's just an assurance that, oh, when you join this program, it's not going to be a capstone project. Everyone can just sit down and write a capstone project.
yeah.
I can go online, Google, and write things out. But the most important is when you do something, when you participate in the project right from the beginning, from the initiation of a project to the end, working with different teams, cross-functional teams, and all that. When you get to an interview, it's very easy for you to explain what you've done to any employers because you actually participated in it, not what you've done. You've gone to Google to write, you've gone to ChatGPT to write, and all that. So I just want to be, clear on it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to sign, because I told myself I'm going to sign up on a program again after paying about £700, and there was nothing came out of it. The developer was even nowhere to be found. So yeah, that's just my question. Is the price is not, I won't say is the problem because I paid more than that before, but it's just the assurance that this is not a capstone project.
So going back to my own personal story, I said Learn with Pride was born out of that. Many training organizations, their vision and missions, it's different. The vision and my mission of creating Learn with Pride is totally different from the next training organization. Some are just there to make quick money and they don't care about you after it's done. It's done. When you are done, you are done. And that is why, when people contesting about the price is too much, I laughed because they don't really know how cheap the cost, the training is. So when it comes to projects, we do not do capstone projects. This is not me selling my market or want people to enroll. You can go to Trustpilot. You can search for Learn with Pride on Trustpilot. I think we have few people that, give their feedback on Trustpilot as well about their experience on the journey as well. So we don't do capstone projects, it's a real project that you have end clients and all of that, and it's always from the very scratch that you start as well. You might not finish it because of the timeline, but at least you start in agile anyway. Project never finishes anyway. It's always continuous because you always have something to add on, to add on, to add on, to add on, to add on. So yes, it is not a capstone project, and this is not me saying that just because I want to sell or I want people to enroll. I'm a man of my word. and I'm not like others. This was born out of my sweat, because I know what it takes for people to transition. I've been in that shoe before as well, and that is why I'm trying to make it easy for people, as in what I went through when I was doing my transitioning. I want to make it easier for people to be able to achieve that, and that is how we've come up with all these different courses and trying to make it so real for people, so that when it comes to the interview stage, you've done it before. You are not lying when it comes to the tools, working as part of a team, and all of that. You've experienced it and you can talk about something. So it is not a capstone project, Morakinyo. You can be rest assured of that.
Okay, thank you for that. My second question is about do you have a percentage of your employability rate? The percentage. Can you give a rough?
That is another good question. I'll answer your question. But before I answer your question, let me give you a typical scenario. You might be 20 in a class, right?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean the 20 of you want it the same way. Again, I said something that at the end of the 3-month program, you'll be in a position whereby you can start competing with people who have been doing it in the industry for 2-3 years. This is not magic. This can only happen if you devote your time into the process every single day for that duration. And that is why I tell my students, because I still facilitate my software automation till date. You need to devote your time to the process every single day. Your learning should not be restricted to Sunday medicine. Because your training is twice a week, doesn't mean your learning has to be twice a week. You need to go on YouTube, on Google, research more, because that is how you gain, that is how you'll be able to compete. It is the amount of time you devote into the process that you get out of it. So for those who follow the due process, for those who do not restrict their learning to twice a week or Sunday, I can tell you that yes, they are getting jobs. And if you want to go by percentage wise, I'll say 50% are actually getting jobs. But if you ask the other 50% that are not, the question is, are they doing what they're supposed to do? Because many people, when it comes to this journey, they don't understand that you need to make a sacrifice. The road might not be easy. You might be doing 12 to 12, you've got families, and you still have to create time to study. It might be difficult. You have to be prepared for the journey. Not many people are prepared for the journey. When I was doing my own transitioning, I couldn't achieve anything during the daytime. I had to, sacrifice some of my sleep to study. Probably I meant to sleep for 6 hours. Probably out of that 6 hours, 2 hours is gone already, me trying to, research, study, tackle issues and all of that. And it paid off at the end of the day. So for those who follow the due process, you can go on our Instagram page as well. I think there was actually today, every Thursdays we post our success story. There was actually one that we posted today that got a job as a project manager as well. So for those who are doing what they're supposed to do, yes, we are getting results. But again, it is not by our own power. We can only do our bit and allow God to finish the rest, But before God can favor anyone, you have to do your own bit as well. That's how I'm going to answer that question. Hope that's fine, Marakinyo.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. If anyone still got any more question while I go through the chat, please don't be shy to raise your hand. Let's have a conversation. Tell me what you are not sure of, and let me try to clarify it. So please, you can still raise your hand. Again, the actual training starts on the 22nd of May. It's going to be Mondays and Fridays for 5 weeks. And I think there'll be additional 2 weeks to cover, to dive in deep into agile methodologies, Scrum, and all of that before the actual project commenced. So, okay, wow, this is really huge amount. I wish something can be done to make the price affordable. I wish as well. Sorry, I joined late. How much is the payment in Zambia, Kwasha? I don't know how much that is, but the thing is, I don't even have to convert it. If you are paying from Zambia, I'm still going to send you the payment link in pounds, and your bank will convert it for you at the point that you want to pay. So I don't even need to know how much that is, but in pounds, it's 600 pounds, and 40% will give you 360. Half of that is required to start. So if I'm sending you 180 pounds payment link, at the point of you paying, your bank will convert it to your local currency, and you'll be able to see how much that is before you pay. Please, what's your Facebook page name? It's Learn with Pride. Everything, wherever you want to search for us, just search for Learn with Pride, either on Facebook, either on Instagram, either on YouTube, either on Trustpilot, anywhere you want to search for us, just search for Learn with Pride. That's all. That's what we are known for. Learn with Pride on every platform. Amwa Edem, you raise your hand. I hope I pronounced that well. You can unmute and ask your question.
Hello, can I ask question, please?
Hello.
Samsung, can you hold on 1 second? Yeah, Amwa, go on.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, the payment, I'm in Ghana. When I want to pay, how will I do the payment and the distance?
The payment link will be sent to you whenever you are ready to pay, and you can pay with your debit or credit card. You don't need to stress yourself at all. So that is no problem at all. So whenever you're ready, just copy the number down. You can message me, chat me up later on.
Okay.
Whenever you are ready, a payment link will be sent, and you can pay with debit or credit card. That's all.
Okay. So does it mean that when I have bank account, can I pay from my bank account?
For your bank account has got a card, right? A debit card.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yes, you can pay with that card, because if you want
Okay.
to make a transfer, they will charge you. That will be too much for you. But
Okay.
with your card, if you are paying with a card, they are not charging you anything. But if you want to make a bank transfer to me in the UK, that's going to be so expensive for you.
Okay. So please, the project management, please, what is it all about?
You might need to watch this recording or message me on that number. Probably I will explain better to you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Please, which number is that?
that's WhatsApp number on your screen. Just message me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Samsung, what's your question?
Okay, my question is, how often do you do this training? And then second one is, if one misses a class as a result of work,
Yeah.
how do you cover?
Every session is recorded. So even if you miss a class, you can listen back.
Okay.
You can listen back to the recording, and you can, if you have any question, you can ask your question on the group. How often do we run it? So the next one, if this one is starting on the 22nd of May,
Okay.
if this one is starting on the 22nd of May, the next one will be
So
like
are
July.
you going to pay? Are you going to pay anything for it? Okay, so are you going to pay anything?
I don't understand. I don't. Anyway, yeah. Samsung, that is it. So all sessions are recorded, and also the next one after this one will be probably like first week in July.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, administrator.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Chooks. I actually joined late, but I've been listening. I don't want to interrupt your discussion because I'm just coming in now from work. Okay, fine. I've heard a lot you said about this IT project management. By profession, I'm an IT administrator with Crown Plowman. I also eventually did a course with, okay, let me not mention the institute, online. I saw it online, like I saw this one online, so like I did and registered. Then I did cybersecurity with that institute, and I paid 40% upfront of the cost. So my question is, I have a little bit of knowledge of when it comes to firewalls and securities. So I wanted to work with tools. So I was asking them, I want to work with tools. So everybody will want to come up and tell you, yes, we are going to do practical, we're going to teach you use some tools to teach you and all that and all that. But to my surprise, at the end of the day, let me be very sincere with you. I couldn't pay the balance of that money because I felt I have just wasted my money. You understand? I feel this thing is online. We saw it online. We pick up interest. I feel people should be sincere enough because once this payment is made, it has been made. There is no two ways about it. So it really got me discouraged that I said, okay, whatever training I want to do, I need to go to a training center where I know, okay, I'm seeing these people live, we're interacting and we're using tools to work. You understand? Then I saw this one and I felt, okay, let me give this a try again and see if it will work. So I want to get your assurance, like the tools for this course, what are you assuring us about that? We're going to do a live project, we're going to do live practical, we're going to see these things live and use them to work. And if we are going to pay for tools, I don't mind, include it on the field. That, okay, if we need to get these tools, we need to pay this money to get it so that we can practice more. What is your assurance to that?
All right. Again, I'm laughing because the aim and objective of everyone is different. The aim of Learn with Pride is totally different from others out there. If I don't want, see, I transitioned myself, so I know everything that is involved when it comes to transitioning. I fully understand. And I know one of the most important is exposing my students to industry standard tools. Industry standard tools. If I'm not going to be exposing you to tools, I will not tell you or beat my chest that I'm going to be offering you a software that costs £679 for free. You know, and it is because not like I cannot use any other tools for this training, but because I know this is one of the key tools that you need to know how to use as a project manager, whether you work in a waterfall or you work in Agile. So tool is very, 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 very important to me. Aside this Microsoft project, you'll be exposed to Jira. You'll be exposed to Confluence. You'll be exposed to Planet Poker. You'll be exposed to Idea Board. You know, and again, all these things, if you are really getting your hands dirty, you are going to use all these tools on the project as well. Again, I understand that many training organizations has promised and failed just because they are after your money, you know. But me, I will tell you that your success is much more important to me than your money. Because at the end of the day, if you are able to secure a job, or if you get a quality training out of what you enrolled for, then you are going to refer me to someone. You are going to tell someone, and that someone will tell someone. And that is the joy of it. That is what me I'm after. You know? So that's why I can say until there's only one way to find out whether this guy is lying or this guy is saying the truth, you know, or whether this guy is just full of, you know, it's only one way to find out, you know, but that's I understand you, and I understand you from the perspective that I transitioned myself and I know what is important to expose students to when they are going through that transitioning phase as well. I hope I've been able to answer that question, Administrator. Chooks,
That's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
you know.
We'll keep giving it a try. You know.
You know what? You can act as well. You can chat me up, and you know, probably I'll be able to clarify any further concerns. Again, you can read us up. I don't have anything to hide. You know, you can make your own research about it.
I've done that already.
What?
I said I've made a research already. You know?
Yeah. Again, if you haven't checked Trustpilot, you can make your research on Trustpilot as well, and see what other people are saying as well. You know, but again, if you don't have anything to hide, you know, make your research and be convinced before you make a commitment. That is it. All right, let me go through the chart, and if we can take one more hand up. Okay, due to the extensive shift, I couldn't join the time. Do you have a recorded session? So the recorded session will be shared on the group chat, or you can go on our YouTube page. Just type on YouTube, just type Learn with Pride. This will be uploaded on the YouTube channel as well by tomorrow. It will be uploaded by tomorrow. So if you're on the group chat, it will be shared on the group chat. If not, just go to the YouTube, type Learn with Pride, and just browse through the videos on there. I'm really excited about this coming in. Thank you, Emma. Okay. Due to the job, okay, I've answered the question, please. Okay, Administrator, I've answered that question. All right. Any final question from anyone? Again, we are starting this journey on the 22nd of May, and it's going to be a 3-month journey. It's going to be twice a week for the training, Mondays and Fridays. So the practical training will be for 5 weeks, one phase, then another phase for digging in deep into agile methodologies for I think another 2 weeks. Then on the project, whereby you'll be working as part of a team, acting as either a project manager or scrum master with the likes of developer, business analyst, tester, product owner. You have a full scrum team to work with. And also you'll be observing all the agile rituals from daily stand-ups to sprint planning, sprint refinement, sprint retrospective. All these things will be observed because it's key as well to know how to work in an agile environment, because at the interviews they will ask you as well. So it's a good thing. Okay, last question. Good evening, please. For someone without any experience, please help us. You don't need any experience. All you need on the journey is your determination. That is all. When I transition, or when I wanted to transition, I don't have any experience. All the experience I had was the 7 years or whatever that I spent in uni and masters, you know, doing accounting, you know, and I transitioned into software automation engineer, whereby I write codes in programming language like C#. And not only that, now I train other people as well to become like me, you know. And this was someone with no technical knowledge prior to that. So everything is possible if you set your mind at it. If you are determined that yes, you want to make it work, it will work. With the right support, you know, you can do anything you set your mind to do. So you don't need experience as long as you have the motivation, you have the zeal, and you are determined. That is all that is needed, and that is to Taiwo. All right. Any final question from anyone before we call it a night? Any final question from anyone before we call it a night? For any questions outside this session, please, on your screen, you can copy the number and message me on the WhatsApp if you have any question you want to ask me later on. But thanks everyone for your time. I hope we've been able to learn one or two things from this session today. And hopefully we can see you on the journey and prove to you that we are different from other people out there that promise you A, but in return they give you B, you know. Hopefully we'll be able to prove that to you. But till then, stay safe. Thanks for your time and message me. Let's have a conversation afterwards if you want to enroll. So thanks everyone and have a good evening, everyone. Bye-bye.